Yeah, I'm going to play market analyst for a day, even though I don't have a degree in it. Didn't go to school for it. Of course, I did go to school. I took a bunch of courses from people that are on a tour. You know, um, have a bunch of books and all that nonsense. Of course, I think I remember the first time I saw somebody do explain the market. I just thought, boy, where are you going to get in? Yeah, it's in an uptrend, but how do you get into that? Do you buy in a stop entry? Do you buy at the market? And then later on, I found out for me, I could buy in a limit. I think that was the best um, because I felt like I was getting the best price, but I had to wait a little longer. But it seemed to be worth it. But yeah, just was curious to take a look at this Euro versus Swiss pair. This is the monthly, and this is the one market that kind of amazed me as far as how far a market could move. And if I put my trusty 100 pip handles on it, I think that, since you can't, well, I don't know, maybe you can't predict the future with some kind of sloppy certainty, but certainly, if it was the year 2000 and 2001 here, and you thought, this would be a great place to buy this currency pair. It's you certainly could. Nobody would say to you, "Gee, aren't you kind of overpaying for that?" And you'd say, God, I think I'm getting a good deal. So you'd buy down in here. Of course, you would have said that. I would have said that. Look, it's failing to, meet expectations of retesting this trend line. If if you believe in trend lines, I guess. I like the channels because the channel I could pretty much kind of give myself a tide. The market's got like a wave and a current, a tide. But I feel like this gives me all the necessary time price. I want to say like a velocity or like a harmonic velocity or something. I don't know. I mean, a pivot on trend, the prominent points on that. And then I don't know, the ability to create the other argument at the same time and just get the mental flexibility to change your opinion, which I find the hardest thing to do, because if I have the opinion that this is going to go up, I will just filter out everything that says it's going the other way. And in this situation, you are right. And I mean, if you were going to, really be careful about the price, where you're getting in on price, is this is marching up. You're saying, well, we just broke out and took out a 5-year price. So this 5 years, it's a big deal. And this being the apex of the triangle would be my first exit. There's a triangle here, not, I don't know if it's ascending or it's, I guess it's a descending triangle there. So that was a big deal. Because once it took that out, it went for the breakout and then the comeback to the breakout, giving you the bottom becomes a top. Then down leg here, this price pulse equal to almost this price pulse, but a little shorter. And that's, I think, the buyers came in. I mean, this is a monthly chart. It's just unbelievable. I think it's the most unbelievable currency pair, maybe because they're neighbors, and, I don't know. There's tension in, just across the street, apparently. It's just the way the denomination comes out that Of course, on the monthly chart, it looks pretty insane, dramatic. So if you dial down to a daily chart, you just spent the last 3 years. Actually, this is like a sleeping time bomb in some regard, because what's going to happen? And not that I would, sell here thinking, oh yeah, this looks like a good place to sell, and then just ride it down. I mean, I guess you could. You walk away from that trade for 2 years and, hope that it, wow, just, that's crazy. But it's a great psychotic chart that just proves the fact that if you had a robot trade this, I mean, you'd have to have 5 robots, and you'd have to insert the trend robot here and tell it, okay, sell based on an average trade range of so-and-so, and then of course the robot would just be loving this entry, and your robot would be just making mounds of money. Of course, when the trend change came, robot would have a hard time with this nonsense. This is some kind of corrective way. Of course, you can't go to a yearly chart on this platform, which is kind of a restriction. I guess you just have to go like this. That's the cheater version. It kind of gives you the big picture. I wish the data went all the way to here. Of course, less is more, especially if you're going to actually make money trading. You're going to go to the 4-hour chart, and you're going to ask yourself where are you going to put your stop, or if you don't have a stop, how much money you're going to put in your account before you blow it up, which is my tip. I would rather put $20 in a nano account or micro account and blow it up. Test drive my theory with real money. Even if it's only $1, you're psychologically risking money. And I've actually been in trades where I'm down 10 cents thinking, or I'm up 10 cents thinking, you know what, I don't even want to be in the market right now, and I'm just going to take my 10 cents and go home. And but right now I think there's great opportunities here, just in terms of range trading. I think this is the for this 4-hour chart here, of course this is a nice but I don't know, maybe the spread on this is too brutal. I've actually never traded this currency pair, and I guess I'm kind of fascinated by the spastic, just brutal, look at this stuff. Seems like 1 million trades in here, and I don't know, maybe the spread will just chop you to death. Like, it looks great because but for some reason this program not letting me even speculate, because there's no, oh, here you go. Let me see where, can you just, they rewrote the program so you can't just get a new order going. I don't know, I guess it's not bad spread. Is that 3 pips, or is that, yeah, I can never, oh, well. Anyways, I just think that's the craziest market I've ever seen, is the euro to the it just seems like the greatest stop hunting like chart pattern. But if you're trading the backbeat of this, if you're trading the other side of the trade, you're loving it. This here is a little bit tough on the brain, though. I think, you're in an average daily trade range for 6 months, and then your robot, your robot got killed on these spikes. Okay, I mean, maybe you're gonna have to use wide stops on this currency pair. I think I made a mistake. But no, really, I mean, certainly when you filter out the spikes. I mean, really, I was trading this currency pair. Come on. No, really. Okay. I'm trying to be serious, man. Okay. That's on close, but there's where it went. Okay, I mean, line charts are just a little bit deceiving, huh? Okay, here's the reason why you don't want maybe trade this on the line chart. This is one of those arguments for the candle. Okay, like, explain this part of the chart to me. The weekly chart. I bought here thinking this is a good price. But then I come to find that, oh, it could actually go lower. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Trading's just too dangerous, really, isn't it? And that was this is when gold was at like 2,000 an ounce or something there. It's crazy. Yeah, see, if you go to line, okay, well, maybe I should be that crazy about it. I mean, well, so it's 200 pips, but this is a problem. Like, you built a robot to trade this currency pair, but this is interesting. I mean, what's going on here in the news? I really want to see all the headlines. Headlines right here. And but you can still, I mean, this is the weekly chart. I mean, the daily chart, this is doable. I mean, but looks like something's going to happen. I mean, only based on past price behavior, but I mean, do you have the trading style to accommodate this move here? Man, that is insane. I mean, I don't even know what you do with that. Gosh, that's... So I don't know what's going on. Are these countries going to merge together? Like, what's the conspiracy here? This seems to be an important price. They like that. Boy, they thought that was... I think they did some pegging. Yeah, this is when... So this is like when all of a sudden the central bank reaches down with this big giant hand and says, oh, we're actually going to repeg our currency to something. The Swiss bank... I think the Swiss bank put their hand on their hips and said, we'll be damned if our currency gets abused like this. And I think they pegged it in here on the news. I think I remember. And the history of Forex price punishment. But no, these are, I mean, if you just go like this on the daily, I would say put wide stops on this. 100 pip stops on this currency pair. At least, I can't imagine, but you really have to have the history there because you got to understand that it's capable of crazy. In the big picture, where are you at? I mean, where are you at in this thing? My God, look at this price down here. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, look at this. Okay, so like, wow, but I stopped down there. Now I'll put a tight stop here. That's nuts. Oh well. Just got entertained by that. Currency pair. Maybe it's a thin market. Maybe that's why it's so brutally, you know, just all over the map. Literally.